Welcome back to my channel, where we dive deep into the NBA's biggest stories. The Los Angeles Lakers have just pulled off a stunning move, signing Luka Doncic to a 3-year, $165 million extension, keeping one of the league's brightest stars in Tinseltown through 2028, according to a recent discussion on NBA Today. But is this enough to bring the Lakers back to championship glory? Let's break it down. The 2024 to 2025 season was a challenging one for the Los Angeles Lakers, who, despite a strong 50-32 regular season record and securing the 3rd seed in the Western Conference, were eliminated in the first round of the playoffs by the Minnesota Timberwolves in 5 games. This early exit, as discussed on NBA Today, highlighted several critical issues that plagued the team, including positional misalignment, defensive struggles, and injuries to key players. Below is a comprehensive analysis of these challenges, supported by data from various sources. Positional misalignment. One of the most significant challenges was positional misalignment, particularly with LeBron James. At 39 years old, James was frequently forced to play center, a role that didn't suit his skill set as a forward. According to NBA Today, this misalignment added unnecessary physical strain, impacting his performance and the team's overall balance. The roster composition exacerbated this issue. The team included multiple players who overlapped in the forward positions, such as Luka Doncic, G/F, 6 feet 6 inches, LeBron James, F, 6 feet 9 inches, and new additions from a February 2nd, 2025 trade with the Dallas Mavericks and Utah Jazz, including Maxi Kleber, F, 6 feet 10 inches, and Markieff Morris, F, 6 feet 9 inches. Draft picks like Dalton Connect, SF, first round, 17th pick, further crowded the forward positions, complicating lineup decisions. The absence of a natural center until the acquisition of DeAndre Ayton later in the season forced James into this unsuitable role, disrupting the team's offensive and defensive schemes. Defensive struggles. The Lakers' defensive weaknesses were a critical factor in their early playoff exit. Their perimeter defense, in particular, was exposed by Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards, who capitalized on their inability to contain dynamic guards. Edwards' scoring prowess was a significant issue in the playoff series. Specific games highlighted these struggles, such as a 127-102 loss to the Denver Nuggets on November 23, 2024, and the playoff Game 1 loss, 117-95, on April 19, 2025. These games underscored a broader defensive issue that persisted throughout the season, with the Lakers struggling to defend against high-powered offenses in the competitive Western Conference. The team's defensive shortcomings were particularly evident against teams like the Timberwolves, who advanced to the Western Conference Finals, only to lose to the eventual champions, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Impact of injuries. Injuries to key players significantly hampered the Lakers' performance. Jared Vanderbilt, power forward, and Gabe Vincent, point guard, were listed as day-to-day with foot and knee injuries, respectively, as of April 12, 2025, just before the playoffs. Vanderbilt's absence was particularly detrimental, as his versatility and length were crucial for the team's defensive schemes. His ability to guard multiple positions could have helped mitigate the perimeter defensive issues exposed by Edwards. Similarly, Vincent's knee injury left a gap in the backcourt, limiting the team's playmaking and shooting depth. The reliance on two-way contract players like Trey Jemison and Christian Koloko, as noted in the Wikipedia page, suggests the team was managing depth issues due to injuries. Additionally, external factors like the January 2025 Southern California wildfires, which postponed 2 games and affected Coach J.J. Redick's personal life, may have disrupted team preparation, further compounding the impact of player injuries. Addressing last season's challenges. The 2024 to 2025 season was a disappointment for the Lakers, who, despite a 50-32 regular season record and a 3rd seed in the Western Conference, were eliminated in 5 games by the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round of the playoffs. Several issues contributed to this early exit, as highlighted in the NBA Today discussion. Positional misalignment. LeBron James, at 39, was frequently forced to play center, a role that strained his physical capabilities and disrupted the team's offensive and defensive balance. This was exacerbated by a roster heavy with forwards, including Luka Doncic, assuming Luka refers to him. Maxi Kleber and Markieff Morris, acquired in a February 2025 trade. Defensive weaknesses. The Lakers struggle with perimeter defense, particularly against dynamic guards like Anthony Edwards, who exploited this vulnerability in the playoffs. Games like the 117-95 loss in Game 1 underscored this issue. Injuries. Key players Jared Vanderbilt, Foot, and Gabe Vincent-Knee were sidelined, limiting the team's defensive versatility and backcourt depth. These absences forced the Lakers to rely on less experienced players, further exposing their roster gaps. These challenges highlighted the need for targeted roster adjustments, which the Lakers have pursued in the offseason. Team dynamics and integration challenges. The Lakers roster now features a mix of veteran stars and new additions, creating both opportunities and challenges for Coach J.J. Redick in his second year. LeBron James, still performing at an All-NBA level at 40, remains the team's cornerstone, but his contract expires next summer, raising questions about his long-term future. Luka Doncic, secure through 2028, is the offensive centerpiece, but his ball-dominant style may require adjustments to coexist with LeBron, who also thrives with the ball in his hands. Integrating these two stars will be a critical task for Redick, who must balance their roles to maximize offensive efficiency. Austin Reeves, who averaged nearly 20 points, 6 assists, and 4.5 rebounds last season, is another key piece. His below-market contract this year is an asset, but a projected $30 million annual salary next summer, as noted on NBA Today, raises questions about his role as a second or third option. The Lakers must determine if Reeves can develop into a star worthy of such a contract, or they need to pursue other high-impact players. Championship prospects and analyst skepticism. Despite these roster upgrades, analysts on NBA Today, including Tim Bontemps and David Aldridge, expressed skepticism about the Lakers' immediate championship prospects. Bontemps noted, "To be a championship team, the Lakers have a lot of work to do," emphasizing the need for two-way big wings and rim-running centers to complement Doncic. He added, "Getting them with limited draft picks and cap space going forward is going to be a problem." Aldridge echoed this sentiment, stating, "I don't think they're going to win a championship this year. I don't see them as contenders this year," citing defensive concerns and the competitive Western Conference. The Western Conference remains a formidable challenge, with teams like the Oklahoma City Thunder, last season's champions, Houston Rockets, and Denver Nuggets setting a high standard. The Lakers' defensive vulnerabilities, particularly around Doncic's defensive limitations, could hinder their ability to compete with these elite teams. The NBA Today discussion suggests that the Lakers are not currently a top 4 contender in the West, and their championship window may not fully open until after the season, when they can leverage projected $50 million in cap space to add talent. But the data tells a different story. Analysts on NBA Today are skeptical about the Lakers' immediate prospects. Tim Bontemps stated, "To be a championship team, the Lakers have a lot of work to do." He emphasized that building around Luka Doncic requires specific players like two-way wings and rim-running centers, which are in high demand across the league. Bontemps noted, "Getting them with limited draft picks and cap space going forward is going to be a problem." Similarly, NBA analyst David Aldridge expressed doubts, saying, "I don't think they're going to win a championship this year. I don't see them as contenders this year." He pointed to defensive concerns, particularly around Doncic's defensive capabilities, and the challenge of competing with top Western Conference teams like the Oklahoma City Thunder, Houston Rockets, and Denver Nuggets. The consensus is that the Lakers' championship window likely starts after this season, leveraging Doncic's extension to build over time. This season is pivotal for the Lakers. A strong performance could convince LeBron James, who's entering the final year of his contract, to re-sign and attract other top talent. Austin Reeves, who averaged nearly 20 points, 6 assists, and 4.5 rebounds last season, is another key piece, but a potential $30 million annual contract next summer, as discussed on NBA Today, raises questions about his role as a co-star. If the Lakers struggle, they might face tough decisions, including the possibility of trading LeBron mid-season, which would be a seismic shift for the franchise. Looking ahead, the Lakers are projected to have $50 million in cap space next offseason, according to the NBA Today discussion. offering a chance to add significant talent. But for now, the pressure is on to prove they can compete with the West elite. As the season approaches, several questions remain unanswered. How will Luka Doncic and LeBron James mesh on the court, given their ball-dominant styles? Can DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart seamlessly integrate and address the team's defensive and positional issues? And most importantly, can the Lakers defy the analyst skepticism and make a championship run this year? Or will they need more time to build a true contender? The timing of these moves raises intrigue, and the answers will shape the Lakers' future. What do you think about the Lakers' new roster? Can Luka and LeBron lead them to a title? Or are the analysts right to be skeptical? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated. We'll be covering every twist and turn of this exciting season, so stay tuned.